Alright, what's going on, trading family? This is Shaheen. Today is Friday. We just ended another week. Fairly choppy week. Had some weakness near the end of it. Going into Thursday, I caught a nice SPX short, but for the most part, I was letting everything set up. Giving us levels as we slowly move lower, and create a nice game plan moving forward if we're staying in this range. So that's what I did. On Thursday, like I said, weak pre-market. We're holding above this 30-minute level at close on Wednesday, and then eventually overnight we lost it, and we got all the way down to this 15-minute level, breakdown level below. This would mark the new year lows, and I said in the Twitter post where I posted these levels, I said if we can get here and if we can get under, we could enter free fall mode, and we can start cratering. And so Thursday I really took advantage of this move. So pre-market right here, we were getting a ton of 15-minute closes fairly close to my level, which is what I want to see. And what I really like is we actually got a nice little push back into my level, no closes above. So eventually we started selling off into the open. A lot of weakness right here is we can't close above my 15-minute level. Market opened. I went short basically right away, risking a push, risking a close back above this level, and targeting the next psychological level, which I had as 36.50 on the ES. So I went short. Took a while. I got caught up here a little bit, but I was still confident in my play. Eventually we got down to that 36.50 level, and I locked a nice return on this trade. 200 plus return, I believe, on those SPX puts. I grabbed multiple strikes right away. So this was a nice trade. Going into today, we were fairly choppy. We started in the middle of my zone, so I have a level above, and then I grabbed a level from here, a 15-minute level breakdown. And for the most part, we were just chopping. We were flagging. You could tell basically right away that it was going to be a non-event Friday. I did take a couple scalps here and there, but nothing major, nothing I want to hold, because of course, we're not breaking out in either direction of my levels. Now in this video, I wanted to present the idea to you guys about implementing time frames into your levels. As you guys know, if you followed me for a little bit, that's what I do. I put time frames on basically all of my levels, and I call them my theory levels. And the reason for that is, the reason that I actually put time frames in my levels is because it simplifies the entire process of executing off my levels. Now you'll notice, once again, if you've been following me for a good amount of time, the way I trade exactly is very similar to anyone else you would see who's trading support and resistance. I like seeing if I'm breaking down a level, if I want to short a breakdown under this level, I like to see some price action under it. I don't necessarily want to take the immediate 1 minute, 5 minute breakdown of this level. Instead, I want to prove that we're actually breaking down, and I want to give it some time under the level to not make a rejection back above. So that's why I started adding time frames to my levels, and it really simplifies the process. For instance, if we go down here and we're breaking down, most people, when you're starting to learn how to trade and you don't have time frames with your levels, and you see a stock is getting weak and we're starting to crack under our level, one thing that confuses a lot of people is finding that exact moment where you should be going short, where the breakdown looks real and you want to put on some risk. It was a challenge for me to figure that out in my first couple years trading, and that's why I developed this system. It really made the entire process much easier. Now the way I trade is, if this is a 15-minute level, which it is, and we're breaking down towards it, I'm not going to take the immediate, price action. I'm not going to go short on price action under this level immediately. Instead, I want to see it actually hold under. And the way I do that is look for closes under. Closes of this specific time frame. So 15-minute, if we're breaking down towards my 15-minute level, I might have the 15-minute chart up. And then as soon as, say we're 15 minutes into open, and we've got some nice price action, some nice selling, and we're holding under, and then the 15-minute mark passes. For me, that would be 8:45. If at 8:45 we're under and we get the close under, that's an opportunity for me to place on some risk. And right now we're looking at ES. This is a lot easier when you're looking at other names as well. So for instance, say this entire chart right here was a Tesla chart, okay? And the same setup is happening. We're breaking down towards this 15-minute level. We got to close under. What I'm going to do is I'm not only trading Tesla, because Tesla also moves with the market, just like basically every name that I look at. So what I'll do is I'll have ES open on another chart, or I'll have SPX open on another chart. And if it's showing me some weakness, maybe ES is also closing under a level, or maybe ES has been under one of my levels and it's showing some weakness, then that's an extra catalyst for me to go short under that level at that close. And then not only is the entry of my plays very simplified when I add time frames to them, but the exit is as well. My plan is very simple. If this is Tesla and we're breaking down, we get a 15-minute close under, it's an opportunity for me to go short if the market's weak as well. And if my indicators, if we're breaking squeezes, if we're breaking resistance on some of my day trading indicators, like we're holding under VWAP, we're trending under VWAP, we're trading under the 1 minute 21 MA, the Ichimoku cloud, all of this combined together has given me an opportunity to go short, and I do that under this level. The plan is very simple. I'm risking 1 or 2 15-minute closes back above this level. Generally, it's just one. For a 15-minute level, sometimes I'll want to give myself a little bit more time, because we can get one close back above and then a nice little rejection. That is still very clean to me. So for a 15-minute level, I might give it 2 closes back above. But generally, when I have these levels and when they're assigned a specific time frame, which I go over in some of my other videos, and if you're in my group, I posted a lot of videos for you on how I make these levels. It's not necessarily the most simple aspect of my trading, which it shouldn't be. In my opinion, your prep should be where you put in all the hard work. And so if in my prep, I'm actually giving myself the time frame that I'm going to be trading this, it makes the process of trading so much easier. We've all heard the saying that most of your work should be done in prep. And if you're making some clean levels in prep, but then when it comes time to actually trade them, and you don't have a time frame on it, and you don't necessarily know when you should be entering, when you should be exiting, that happened to me, and I was really questioning myself, like, am I really putting in as much work as I should be in prep versus when I'm actually trading? I felt as if I was making too many decisions during my actual trading that could lead to me not being as successful as I could be if I worked harder during my prep, give myself the specific time frame I'm going to be trading off of, and then once we get that close, the plan is very simple. Risk a close back above, try to catch a move down. Right now we're in free fall mode. We don't have levels below. It's the low of year, so I'll be targeting the next psychological level, 3600. Very simple. But if we did have levels below, I would be targeting the next level. You want to take your plays from resistance if we're breaking down, if we're breaking down support, you're going to want to take it to the next resistance. Very simple. And This is something that, I encourage everyone who's trying to get into trading, everyone who's trying to up their charting game to attempt. Try to add time frames to your levels and see how it works. Let's actually start a new chart, and I'll quickly show you guys how you can find some levels. So we're just going to focus. What I do when I make my levels is I focus on the ranges we've been in. So for instance, this is a very clean range that we've been in for the past 2 days. So I'm going to zoom in on this. We're probably going to find the same levels that I had before. Maybe we might have some different ones, but let's give ourselves a nice range to trade off of if we're going to, eventually break out of this range and we want to catch a new move out of these squeezes, out of this range. So to the downside, it's very simple. We're trying to find the second or the lowest close. For instance, a close like this, where everything under it only has one close under. Because if there's 2 closes under, that should technically be a confirmed breakdown. And when I'm trading off of 2 days, this 2-day range we've been in, I'll focus on the 15-minute chart. If I'm focusing on a larger, daily range perhaps, like this range right here we were in, then I'll look at the daily chart. Same thing for the 1 hour. This is a fairly larger range right here. I might look at this at the 1 hour or the 30-minute. But since we're in here for 2 days, and if I'm trying to take a breakout in either direction to the upside or downside, let's focus on the 15-minute chart. Let's clear up all my indicators and just look at the price. So for instance, this is a level below that we could have. I'm going to grab this one right here. So we got 1 close under, but only 1. So this is still clean because we didn't get 2, so it wasn't a confirmed breakdown. Same thing right here, 1 close under, and then 1 close under. Not 2. If we got 2, this level wouldn't be clean because technically we should have broken down. So I would mark this as a 15-minute level. And the plan is if we can get back down here, if we want to get lower, which we probably will, then I'll look to short on a 15-minute close under this level and risk back above. Very simple plan. Now to the upside, let's focus on this range right here we're in. So let's look at the upside, and we're going to do the same thing we did here, but the opposite direction. So we're going to find the highest close where there's only 1 close on all of these tries above this level. There's only 1 close above. So for instance right here, we got 1 close and then failed. 1 close, failed. 1 close, failed. So very clean. Next time, we're going to get 2 closes, we're going to rip above this level. So this is another very clean 15-minute level. So now the plans are extremely simple. If you use your internals, add and tick, and we're showing some strength in this market, all of our tech names are ripping, everything we're watching is ripping, internals are looking amazing, going up, tick holding above 0, pushing into the 1000s possibly, and we get closed above this level, great opportunity to buy some SPX calls and risk a close back under and try to possibly 37.50, the next psychological level. Alright, and yeah, this was basically what I wanted out of this video, just to introduce you guys, if I haven't already, to the idea of adding time frames into your options trading, into your levels more specifically. If you have any questions, DM me on Twitter. I love, reviewing you guys' charts. This is, my passion. You might see this idea from some other traders, but personally, I came up with this idea myself. And so I love when other people try it out and it works for them. But other than that, hope you guys have a great night. Talk to y'all later.